from his Sleight of Fist.
Yep.
Is really, really dangerous. And if they ever dare to stack up, the Battle Fury is going to remind people that you can't do that.
So how does C9 end this? Like, the 5-man movement with initiation to a big fight seems to have been their way before. Can they still do that, or should we look into a split push?
I'm not sure. I think they need to win a team fight still, so it's all about the initiation. Find the right point of initiation with the Queen and the rest. But one thing that I question, Queen has 13 armor. With a full gear cap, she did not go for Assault Cuirass, she did not go for Shivas.
Yep.
Against this form of physical DPS and a Dazzle,
Yep.
I think they're honestly in a dangerous spot because of itemization. Sure, they have their Assault Cuirass on their Razor, but you definitely need as much armor as you can pump into this lineup.
The interesting thing, though, like, if you watch the way Fader plays most of his previous team fights, it's just been this nuke down the supports. Like, he's like, okay, I got to kill Leader, I got to kill Dazzle. If I kill them, we should be able to win the fight. If it's worth my life, we go for it, and then Envy rolls through the rest.
Yeah, he lets the Batrider go on the Gyrocopter, and then he goes on the Dazzle so that Dazzle cannot save the Gyrocopter. That's pretty much their play. That's how they take the fight. But at this stage of the game, it's, you need something, of course, to stop the Dazzle, but can you commit the Queen to that? Can you actually? I think Lion has to find his way in there. Speaking of Lion, look at his item build. This is really strange to see.
The day gone late?
Really strange to see him pick up a late...
Oh, Bone 7! He's actually got it! That was the full Satanic.
That was so huge. Very nice clutch play by Bone 7.
He
was
coming.
So close to being punished as well.
The hilarious thing is that if you looked at what LGD were doing, like they moved the Courier up so they could see on the high ground. The Tusker knew he needed to de-ward it out as well, but they still walked up and did it that way. Like you could have actually had the Courier on the left side.
They're going to capitalize. Yeah, they're going to capitalize on this, try and go before he gets the Satanic now, because they know it's purchased, so probably no buyback.
But the Aegis only has another 30 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, if you wait until the Satanic is up from the Courier, you're just going to lose so much from that.
But if you also push and you lose your Aegis the Immortal, Envy might find himself in a real rough... Because he's in the... They're not ready to push.
Envy's a big boy. He will handle.
Is there anything on the Courier which you can take back?
I think you honestly have to go now.
He's just to mock him. He's buying Satanic over on the Dire Courier right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the money for it, though. He's short by 250. So there goes your Aegis burn.
Yeah, they were just waiting for Aegis to be removed and get the Satanic on Envy and then go. Because if you just wait for the Courier to respawn, you're going to lose so much. And right now, look at Gyro. No buyback and still the same items that he has had for the last 15 minutes.
But you got Ember with a buyback. I know if he dies, he's lost his Rapier. Yeah. But still, he was doing a lot of damage even before the Rapier came up.
Oh, he's terrifying, for sure. It's more the fact that if you wait, he's terrifying and Gyro is terrifying.
Yep.
So you have to, go when it's still manageable, because we're just above an hour right now, 62 minutes in. And as I said, you do not want to go into a 92-hour game, something like that, against LGD's lineup.
But it's Cloud9's
You straight up don't.
Cloud9 love these late games.
No, C9 don't.
They don't like this one. But in general, they find themselves in 2.5 hour games.
Yeah, about that.
Here they
Some
come.
techies, maybe.
Cloud9, well, the Tombstone drops on the mid, and there's your lasso. He found Yao, so Tusker being pulled back out again. Where is your damage, though? Like, you've got Fader attacking the melee ranks on the top, and then Sleight of Fist Searing Chain with a Blink Dagger up. Fader has to BKB himself away to safety. They still haven't gotten rid of the Tombstone. Now Silo will come in and do the job. Yeah, so the top racks remains, the mid tower remains, and Cloud9 also triggered the Eye of the Storm.
They got the pick off, but it's just a Tusk. He has his buyback as well.
Yep.
And they use their Flaming Lasso, which means they can't control the Gyrocopter in the next fight. So they're just being very, very cautious in their approach, and this is allowing the Gyrocopter to slowly make his way towards buyback money. 1,600 to go. It is very expensive to buy back 1 hour plus for a Gyrocopter.
It really is. At the same time, though, you look at C9's buybacks. Because of all the purchases they're doing, they've got 3 buybacks. Batrider, Lion, as well as Quap. It's the Razor where you kind of need to have him multiple times over, because once the Quap has triggered a Refresher Orb, what more does she really bring to the fight?
Yeah.
Because you don't have the mana as well.
Yeah, you do have the mana in the end.
I suppose when you got a 3k pool, maybe you do.
You regen very fast with the Refresher. He has 42 regen per second, so that still makes up for it. But as you said, he doesn't bring much in the continued fight. He's about a quick pick-up.
So far up, they jump in, they go for Bone 7 with a snowball up. They still haven't found the kill yet, and the stun Yao, Shallow Grave will be protecting him. The Finger of Death as well as the Dagon wasn't enough to kill off Yao, but Envy's right next to him. The Glimmer came and forced up away. Yao will survive. They keep the Tusker up, and now Xiao Wei Fader wants to throw the ulti out. He'll bring down the leader, but Eternal Envy still the main man in the front lines. And Misery, a double stun on Silent MMY. They fall with the Hex, but now Fader under the tier 3 tower, punched up into towards the air and crit it down. 4-6-1.
The top racks.
That's all you need.
Top racks are dying.
It's fine. Cardi, is he strong enough? Yao. Okay, Yao's not actually strong enough to fight this. He has a snowball to get away from the rest of the creep wave, whilst Ember Spirit killing up the rest of Cloud9. You might lose melee racks, but you still hold the mid. You're not up against Megas. And the Ember remains alive through all of this.
Yeah, they won that fight very convincingly. No buyback as well on Eternal Envy. He bought the Satanic before this, so there might be the knowledge on LGD as well that they're
the
just
80-second window?
Yeah, that's a big window, dude.
Okay, maybe. Is this just when you go, like, all the way?
I mean, he can keep pushing the bottom lane, and he has travel, so he can join his team.
Yep.
So definitely he can join up.
Well, that's probably what he should do, considering we're 65 minutes in, and this tier 1 tower is still alive on bot lane.
65 minutes.
It would require one hit from an Ember Spirit to kill this thing.
That is impressive, actually, that tier 1 tower. I hope it never dies. Never die, you beautiful bastard.
Even with the GG call.
Yeah, even if they lose.
Well, so Sila's going to push the tier 3 tower. Here's the BTs coming in, so Ember Spirit will join it, and we actually get another Divine Rapier purchase. It's on the courier, so they're coming for the tier 3 tower.
That's his backup rapier.
It looks like, though, LGD will take the mid racks. It's worth a fallback from this point, though, unless they think they can go for more, and actually they're going for more. The Lincoln Spear's going to be triggered now over on the Ember Spirit. They're taking up the tier 3 tower.
18
looking
seconds.
for the melee racks on the top. Bone 7 jumps in. He drags back Silent. Bone 7! The damage coming in from Ember. Yao will punch him down. The Sonic Wave was nice, but the damage is negligible. They'll actually get even more kills, more time. Envy's alive in 3 seconds. There's your Dagon going to work. Critical item from Misery. But the melee racks, they really want to have this dead. They're taking care of the creep wave. And the tower, the racks, Sylar still going at it. He's got to get away from this one. He takes out the melee and then the blinking. Misery, dead and burning, right from the Ember Spirit. Fader still on the front line. Silent MMY. Where's that Ember? He's running away. He can't really risk coming back in here again unless he loses the rapier. Or do they feel like they can take this? Envy's on the front line. Fader actually trapped. There's no BKB for 2 more seconds. Sylar will drop, and maybe, are you still going to stay here? Here comes Tusker. He goes for Fader, throwing him up into the air. The BKB is up. Snowball protecting. The Sigil still going to drop, and he rolls over towards Envy. Blink Dagger, 2 more seconds. Too long on cooldown, but the Shallow Grave from MMY. Ember Spirit back in again, going for Fader. Spirit jump, Spirit Ball. He takes it out. Envy will still be tossed around like a rag doll, but maybe he's going back in again. The creep wave actually hasn't ended. Where is he going? He's actually going into a place that is not his own, into the tree line to TP back to base, and he is home safely next to his backup rapier.
Yeah. I was actually thinking he was going to the stash to pick up his second rapier there. It was possible. He could have returned it on the courier at home. But, okay.
You see his maneuverability during that fight? I almost don't want him to drop the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
That's doing so much lifting.
That's why I was saying, like, he will probably drop the Lincolns before the Blink Dagger in this game and just let someone else buy an extra Lincolns.
Yep.
Or even the Battle Fury. At a very late stage, it's all about killing heroes.
And killing Roshan. This is the first Roshan LGD get to take the entire game.
Yeah, if they get this Aegis, this is really nice. Drop the drums on Gyrocopter.
I think it should be gained, man. That tier 1 tower's dying to just a creep wave in a moment. But Ember Spirit's got to get there. Like, he can Spirit in and he'll find the damage, but who's coming down? No tell. He doesn't have Tombstone available. Just throws the ward, so they cannot stop this Roshan.
Oh, they will try, though. They know how bad it will be if they don't.
They're right underneath an Observer Ward. Bone 7 jumps in. He found Xiao Wei. Started Fifth Searing Chain, making so he can't drag him back any further. The Shallow Grave keeping Xiao Wei alive. He does have Force Up and Yule Scepter, and with a cooldown, they bought some space. Eternal Envy turns on the BKB and the Satanic, so no extra life steal in a moment. He's trying to get the kill. It's not enough. Xiao Wei, MMY keeping up his captain, and Sylar even in more trouble. They might want to have that. The fight's gone so long. The Tombstone's back off cooldown. Now down the high ground. They need to bring this down. The support's doing the work, so there goes your Tombstone. Eternal Envy, he's going to drop. Maybe he's here on the front lines. He found the kill. It's a Death Gold. 66-66 going after Big Daddy No-Tail. Throwing him up. That's going to be Yao doing the work. The more TP support, but it's Misery. Maybe he's hunting him down. Burning him. He'll use the cheese to stay alive. And No-Tail, where is this damage? We're split to 2 different sides. Misery, no, it's a crit.
Oh my
it was
God.
almost 2K. 1968 in the crit for that one. Cloud9, they're backing up with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, and they have nothing on the lineup of LGD right now. This is going to be brutal. They have buyback available on Razor. He has to do it here. Can't just let the enemy take your entire base.
This will
Actually,
be it.
they have the tier 2 bottom, but they're still just going to go for a throne here.
They still have the tier 1.
Oh, they're killing effigies. C9.
They're going for the GG push. They're actually using the Void to pick up the gem. That's a Void Courier. Sonic Wave. Okay, that's negligible. The tier 4 tower's dropping.
Envy, you have to buy back.
He has to come. Bone 7. There's your drag back. He always likes to wait for the last moment. Maybe he's very, very deep here. But then the defensive Spirit Fader with the Scream. Sylar and MMY. They're so low. They heal. And now Sylar turning on the Satanic. Getting the life back from Envy. But Envy taking away his damage. 84 points. And Sylar dragged all the way back into the fountain. Not far enough to get the damage out from it. But you still have maybe doing the work. Cloud9. They're losing too many people. And Envy. He's in a nice coffin of death of LGD. How much damage? There he is. He's a jump away. Maybe can't stand here anymore. Zhao Wei will drop. Sylar still here on the front line. Slaughter Fist back in again. The Fortress exposed. They're beating it down. Bone 7, what have you got? Nothing. No life. Nothing. He's down 1653. That's the crit on him. This will be GG. There is no more defense. That's GG. LGD take game number 1 against Cloud9.
GG, well played. What a crazy game. LGD 70 minutes in and 6 seconds is when they managed to turn this around finally and take the enemy agents.
And it's going to be one long day for everyone watching. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be back for game number 2 of this 2-game series. LGD versus Cloud9 for the International 5.
Wow. Holy cow. I mean, a lot going on there, of course. I mean, a lot happening throughout that game. It ended up being a bit longer than maybe what some people expected, given how the first half panned out. But let's hear your thoughts on it. I mean, Cloud9 definitely, obviously, had the lead. They had a very
Sin was like, how does Cloud9 always keep finding themselves in this position?
It's a very classic Cloud9 game. They get really far ahead. They get 1 or 2 lanes of racks, and they have this, like, historically just have this problem finishing games, like breaching high ground. That is, for me, that's their only really major weakness. And I think the reason they haven't won many championships is that they don't win games like this one. It's early on in the group stage, so you could say it might not be that important in the end. But still, it's kind of an ill omen of things to come if they get into the situation again. How's this going to affect them mentally going into game 2 and going further in the tournament?
Right, especially because it's been a historic thing. It's not just suddenly at TI. Like, this has been, like, this is kind of what a lot of people know of Cloud9. Like, that's their color, so to speak, which is not a good color to have. But Winner, I mean, what do you have to say about whether it's Cloud9 or LGD, of course, I mean, for them to hold on to that long, knowing that they can win that late game?
I mean, like what Sin said, they have difficulty finishing the game, but yet again, they are against one of the best teams at defending high ground.
Very true.
And if you look at in the history as well, LGD are always a team that they play very well when they are far behind, defending high ground, and they come back into the game after that. And if you look at this game, well, the lineups basically tell the story. Cloud9's lineup is more like they're stronger early game towards mid game. That's why they got the advantage in the early game. They got map control from Undying, taking better fights and stuff. But on the other hand, LGD has Ember plus Gyro. We know what's going to happen in the high ground when they have their items, and it's exactly what Cloud9 struggle to deal with in the later stages of the game. The Rapiers, Slide of Fist, and the splash from Gyro. So
yeah. I mean, you mentioned it. Let's take a quick replay at just exactly what highlights those compositions, right? We do have Cloud9. We talked about it. They had the stronger composition earlier on, and they took good advantage of it. I mean, you mentioned it too, Sin. I mean, they got 1 to 2 racks. They looked like they should be able to close out the game. They just weren't able to. But taking a look at one of their earlier pushes as they're nearing the base of the Radiant and pushing through, trying to go for the win. Now, we saw that happen repeatedly. Once we jump in, we're going to see the first time, and then we see it happen repeatedly, time and time again. Cloud9 are trying to get into that position, but they weren't able